Hello adventurers, I'm Gray, the short, sappy, synesthetic, crabby pirate, and we're about to get that bread, gamers, here in Graveyard Keeper, the game named after me, Graytale. I wanna die. That's a horrible introduction. Last time we did a lot of dungeoneering, we made progress in the dungeon, and we're gonna do that basically for most of this episode, or at least for the first part of it, because I want to get diamonds, and we need to get the Damask Sword, and in order to make the Damask Sword, we need diamonds, and diamonds are found in the dungeon. And then we can progress with Snake by doing that. I'm excited. We should be able to find it on this floor. We're making good progress, and I'm loving this game. I just want to say, though, for this episode and the last one, I won't be responding to any comments because 3 episodes were recorded on the same day, and I'm doing it right after each other. What the heck? What the? Oh, jeez. Okay, what is this? Electric powder. I feel like electric powder is used to craft some unique stuff. I'm glad this game has a dungeon, though. It's really cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay, so I have to kind of let these touch me in order for them to explode. Could I, like, bait enemies into getting hit by that explosion? I don't really want to test it. But it would be cool if that could happen by, like, accident or something. It's too risky for me to really try. I don't want to lose a lot of HP for no reason. I wish I could reduce the energy usage for using my sword. I believe you can by getting the Damask Sword. I believe the Damask Sword uses a pretty significant amount less energy each time you swing. But once again, I need to find the diamond vein on this floor to do it. And I'm a little bit afraid that when I crafted the map... Oh, crap! Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Okay. That was a dangerous room. I mean, it still is, because there's still enemies here. But these flies aren't that bad. And they give me some free powders that I can use for crafting in the future, which is nice. Here we go. Okay, I think that must have been the main, like, super difficult room here, hopefully. I don't want to take any more hits like that. Okay, you can come after me. That's fine. There we go. Without issues. Perfect, perfect. You die. You all die. There's the diamond vein. What? Oh, my sword wasn't swinging the right way. Yeah, I'll do a heal. Okay, how much are we going to get from this? We do have the skill to get more out of this vein. 5. Okay, so normally you'd get 4. This time I got 5. I think it only takes 1 to craft a Damask Sword. So that means that we have plenty for now. So once we make it through this floor, I'm going to do all that stuff. Also, I feel like the correct way is to the right here. So I'm going to go around the wrong way first. Because the first rule of exploring any dungeon is always go the wrong way the first time. It's the same thing in any game with not even procedurally generated, but just dungeons in general. Like, I've been playing a little bit of Minecraft dungeons recently, because I like Minecraft, and I bought the game, I liked it, and I've been enjoying it, and it's even true there. You always go the wrong way first, because that's how you find all the secrets. But what I hate are games that, A, make it really hard to tell whether or not the way you're going is the right way, and so you could be going for a long time before you realize that you should have gone the other way if you wanted to go the right way. Like, the wrong way feels just as long as going the correct way. And because of that, you get lost really easily. I don't like that. And also, I don't like it whenever the wrong ways don't actually have anything of value for the most part. But when games do it right, you can go on some really interesting expeditions other than just the correct way to progress, and find some good loot, and maybe get some unique stories and stuff like that too. It's the same thing with side quests. Like, one thing I know about side quests is a lot of games get it wrong. A lot of games have side quests that don't really give you any sort of unique narrative, or push you in any way, or even give you any sort of difficult mission to complete. It's usually just fetch quests, find these items, do this thing, really straightforward, slay this monster. I already went this way, I forgot about that. However, some games do get it right. Some games have side quests that tell unique tales that keep on progressing further and further, and sometimes there are side quests that people regard even higher than the main story. Some examples I can think of having really great side quests are The Witcher 3. I haven't played through The Witcher 3, but I've seen some side quests of it and some stories that they tell, and some of them seem better than the full stories of other games, and I find that to be super cool. That's just good writing. I want to see more games do stuff like that, if they're going to have side quests. Okay, so that's enough for this section for now. I'll keep exploring later. It's just going to get harder and harder. Like, it goes to floor 15. We're over halfway through, though, so that's good. So, since we made it through the 8th floor, that's more than halfway. Let's see. We have to unlock the recipe for the Damask Sword before we can craft it. We only have 29 blue points and it costs 50, so it's not too much to unlock. So let's deal with that. Make ourselves a better blade. Master the art of the blade. I am the anime protagonist, and with my sword powers, I will deflect every bullet that comes at me and win every single fight that comes my way. Because swords are better than guns. As anyone who's watched anime would know, swords always trump guns. Just like in real life. Ay, ay, ay. You know, I like how Indiana Jones is kind of the polar opposite in that regard, because if you've watched all the Indiana Jones movies, which I love, by the way, I love Harrison Ford, I love the Indiana Jones movies, they're always a lot of fun, especially with family to watch. But there's like a scene, I'm forgetting which one, where the bad guy is swinging his sword like crazy. He's clearly really skilled with it, juggling it around, showing off to Indy that he is really skilled with the sword and is about to beat him in combat and all that stuff. And then Indiana Jones just pulls out his gun and shoots him and just one-shots him. Sword beats, or gun beats sword in that case. Which is also way more realistic because, yeah, gun would beat sword for the most part. There's a reason why once guns were invented, people stopped fighting as much with things like polearms, swords, lances, all those sorts of things. I don't know much about the history of war or combat or anything, though, so don't ask me to give any sort of lecture on that. I am not a history buff in any way. In fact, I really don't care that much about history at all. Which, I know, if you don't know about history, you're doomed to repeat it and all that, but I mean, I'm not really in a position of power where my thoughts on war and all that stuff would have an impact on anything whatsoever. And usually when I see people who know a lot about history, they just use it against me to be like, oh, I know this fact and you don't. I'm cool. I know trivia and I'm smart. I'm just like, yeah, whatever makes you happy, man. I'd rather just play games and have a fun time and then do well in school, because I do well in school anyway. Okay, we should have the ability to unlock our sword now. Damask Sword with gem. There we go. And let's see what it takes to craft it in here. I think it will take 3 gold pieces. Actually, is it crafted in this, or do I need an anvil 3? Let's see where it's crafted. So in here it says it's crafted at the jewelry table. Oh, okay. So we can make jewelry in here with our diamonds. The Damask Sword of Gem requires what we've got and 3 gold jewelry details, which will require some 3 steel parts, 3 gold ingots. Okay, so let's do that. Wait a moment, we don't have the ability to make 3 gold ingots. Where do we get gold again? Is it just mined, like from the mines with this? I might need to go mining myself. I think I can just get it from the coal mine or something, right? Actually, according to what I've read online, I can also find a gold vein on floor 9 of the dungeon. And fortunately, that's the floor we are pretty much on. So we're going to go ahead and do that and focus more on the dungeon, which is what I wanted to do anyway, so that's nice. Clear out our inventory, and let's go on out on an adventure again. Actually, I should probably leave the diamonds here, because I don't really need to keep them on me. Okay. We're going back in, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering the dungeon again, once more, into the depths. And while I'm doing this, I kind of want to talk a bit more about games and things like that, because I like talking about my thoughts on games, how they're made, and all that. What the heck? Is that like a tar demon or something? Woo! Okay. This is like a enter the gungeon type of enemy. There we go. Black jelly. So, oh, are these the slimes of this area? That is a bit weird. It reminds me of Spirited Away, where they have all those, like, gel creatures and stuff. Die, die, die. Okay, stop shooting at me, jerks. I'm glad I can hit these guys through the wall, like, up a floor with my sword, apparently. Somehow. I'm just such a master of the art of the blade that I can hit through space and time. Woo! Hey, stop it, jerk. There we go. But speaking about games this summer, like, this summer's been a bit weird because, of course, there's been less games because of the virus and everything. COVID-19, coronavirus, holding everything back. And instead of having an E3, since E3 was canceled, they did the whole Summer Game Fest thing. Jeff Keighley hosted a lot of stuff, just showing off a lot of things over time. But in my personal opinion, like, I kind of miss E3. Which is a bit weird because a lot of people think E3 is outdated, and I don't blame them. It is kind of outdated at this point. Like, it's basically just a marketing session where where all these developers and stuff are expected to come out with all sorts of great stuff. Otherwise, they're seen as a disappointment and that they didn't do enough and everything. And it's pretty rough, and it's not always perfect at getting the games across well. Like, oftentimes the developers might not be ready to show it off. They might not have gameplay yet and everything, and there's lots of issues, and there's lots of cringy moments. But E3, at the same time, was a really easy way to get a lot of gaming news. Basically, plan your gaming news out for the rest of the year, or you can plan out what games you want to buy for the rest of the year, pretty much, just off of what you see at E3. And get exposed to games you would never have heard of, all in one place. That's really easy to watch over the course of just maybe a week or so, or a weekend. And it's very straightforward. And even if it was often like cringy or not all the games were great there, it's still a lot of fun, in my opinion, to watch that sort of stuff, either with friends or with people online, just like getting involved in the discussion about everything. And I've seen people say that they prefer the format that's here now, and I don't blame them, like getting just random game reveals online. But I kind of like the hype and kind of the fun of talking about it with people online, and just comparing the different conferences and seeing who won E3. I mean, it's stupid if people take it seriously, but it's a fun thing to just talk about and think about. I remember, like, I watched basically all the Summer of Gaming stuff that's been going on this past summer. And there's been some fun stuff. Like, I really liked the Devolver Direct that I watched recently, and it was a bit of a parody of the gaming industry right now, and how like hype culture is very big, and how people often tune into game reveals just so they can see the reveal and not because they actually care about the game. And people care more about the lead up to a game and arguing about whether or not it'll be good and all that sort of stuff than the actual game once it releases. And they have a point, but at the same time, that's a very cynical look at it. But it was a really funny conference. Like, I agree with a lot of the parodies they make in those things. It was a whole lot of fun to watch with friends. But it's very cynical. I feel like it's perfectly fine to enjoy discussing whether or not games will be good, what you're interested in, what you want to buy, and all that stuff with friends or with people on the internet leading up to a game. Because it can be a whole lot of fun to do it. Whether or not you actually get the game or not, you know? That's a very double negative sentence. I am good at English. English was actually one of my favorite subjects when I was younger. I used to be really good at writing essays and really good at writing papers and summarizing things and doing book reports and all this stuff. Like, the teachers would be impressed by it. They would often be my highest grades in classes and things like that. Over time, though, I just haven't had English classes in so long. I think my last one was literature that I took dual enrolled. I took American Lit as a dual enrollment course when I was in high school. And that was pretty much the last of my English experience in a specific class for it. Also, I just realized that I really need to do my prayer for combo prayer. So let's do that real quick. I can actually use the faith that I get out of this in order to make those gold things I need to make for the Damask blade. Yeah, get out of my church. I don't like you anyway. Alright, let's get ourselves some gold smelting so we can make the best Minecraft sets of armor of all. Gold armor. Truly the most protective and long-lasting and durable piece of equipment we could ever make. Ay. How's our farm going? Pretty good. Is it harvestable yet? Yeah, it is. Okay. Hopefully soon enough we'll be able to make some nice crop crates out of it. In fact, I think we have a decent number of the gold star onions now. Let me see how much we have in a moment. Let me harvest all these. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 and boop. Okay. We have 27. How much do we need for a crate? It looks like we need 44 of them for a crate, so we're getting there. Our farm is growing, and so is our collection of good crops. Okay. Let's see. How about in here? How much? So we have 50 silver onions in here, and we have 30 in here. So if we just take, like, what was it, 47, I think? Oh, I just put it back. Also, it was 44, not 47, so there we go. We could probably ship off one crate if we just want to get that done real quick. I'll think about that in a moment. Now let's get all this stuff. Actually, I don't want to replant yet because I don't have the fertilizer. We'll worry about this later. You know what? Let's go ahead and pack ourselves one good old box of silver star onions, just so we can get our first sales going, make some progress on this whole section. We already have a pallet though. Let's go over here. Where do we make the crates actually? Because I read that they're not too difficult to make. At least they shouldn't be. Do I make them at home? Maybe I make them at home. We gotta get a crate factory going for us to do it. Okay. That's pretty easy to craft. Is there anything else that we unlocked in here that I never noticed that we got? There shouldn't be, hopefully. Nope, just a crate factory. Okay, there's only one spot it goes apparently, which is right there. We're going to need a little bit more flitch, I believe, so let's just do that. Boop, boop. And now we should have the resources we need for this. Let's make it up. We're shoveling a hole for it, apparently. Takes quite a while to make, but it doesn't take too much energy at the very least. Come on, I want to pack some crates. I want this to be UPS Simulator 2020. I'm surprised no one's made that game yet. Oh, wait. Oh, this takes quite a few chunks of effort to do it. Is the next one going to be like woodworking on the back part? Oh no, it's done. Okay. Oh, this looks cool. Look at how many things there are in here. Oh, and it uses everything from both the... So I don't need to have it on me to do it. Okay. Yeah, goods are just like if I want to sell stone or other things. Hey, let's do our box of vegetables. Ship off our first bit. There we go. And I believe that delivers it underground, and then I have to manually carry it to the place to sell it, to the trade office. Oh, there's a whole lot of pallets down here now. Okay, so I'll take this with me. Here's the porter station. So that's the only way to really make it efficient, is to have zombies just take care of it. That's probably what I'll set the next zombie to do, even if I'm not going to do too many crates for now. Put that there. And now they should sell that automatically once it comes merchant day, which is the next day after today. So, also known as tomorrow. Also known as the day before the day after tomorrow. Yesterday's today is just... today is yesterday's tomorrow. Wait. You know, I think I was going to continue what I was talking about earlier, but I completely forgot what we were talking about. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because we've got gold! We're rich! We're going to hit it rich. We strike riches, everyone. This is great. Everything is going fantastic. Look at this. Look at this. We need 3 gears, and, can we even make 3 gears right now? I don't even think we have them. No, we don't. Steel parts. Well, let's get it going. It'll only take a little bit longer. Yeah, I guess we gotta wait. We got our gears, and we are ready for this. Just drop one off, because we can. And we're going to make ourselves the Damask Sword. There we go. We only need 3. That was a Phoenix Wright reference, if you're wondering. I love the Phoenix Wright games. Some of my favorite games of all time. I love mysteries. I love a good mystery interactive like game or visual novel or anything like that. I don't really read books much anymore. I used to. I want to get back into reading at some point, but I'm so distracted by video games and anime and everything else that I feel like I don't really have time to just read books. There's too much entertainment to watch and to do that it's impossible to have time for everything. Though in the future I might go back and read some of the books I read as a kid just because I feel a lot of nostalgia right now, and maybe I'll get back into it from that. I don't know. Regardless, we can make it now. The Damask Sword with Gem. A much cheaper energy cost. And by cheaper, much cheaper, I mean half the cost per swing. But it is very energy consuming to craft. You know what though? I finished crafting it by the way, but you know, the Steel Sword of Gem, even though it's exactly the same as the Steel Sword but just looks better, it might not be a horrible thing to make. Reason being is that you can research it in the science, we're using science, and probably get a lot of red points out of it. And I think that might be a worthwhile thing to make it just for that. So I'm probably going to do it. I mean, I have the extra gold and stuff to make it, so why not, you know? I can't make it quite yet, though, because I got to smelt some steel, so I'll worry about that later. For now, let's see what we can do with the sword. So, do we have it equipped? Yeah, we do. Boom, bow, bow! Look at us! I'm so cool. I'm like an anime protagonist. The only thing that'll make me cooler is if I could dual wield, so I could be just like my hero, Kirito. Someone stop me before it's too late. Okay, well, Regardless, I am going to put some stuff in here because I can get some more science out of it. And let's research this sword because I'm not sure if I'm going to be giving it to Snake completely, but in case I do, I need to research it so I can at least get the points out of it first. Here we go, and ding. How much should we get out of this? We have 845. Oh my gosh. 995, so 150. That is a lot of points. Also, you know what? While we're here, gold jewelry details. Why not? It also costs a lot to do, so it must give us a good amount from it. It also takes a while to do. If I have to research diamonds, those are probably worth a lot as well. Here we go. How much does this give? 995. 1095, so 100. Okay, that's really nice. We have so much red points constantly, and I love it. Okay, so that's all for Graveyard Keeper. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. We finally have the Damask Blade. We are ready to slay some creatures and progress in the questline, and I am excited on both fronts. But that's all for now. If you enjoyed, I'd appreciate a like, comment, or a subscription. It really does help me out. And I hope to see you all on the next... Wait for it. Adventure.